Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have already discussed about that for loop. So now in this video, I want to discuss about how can load all that your static data. That means, as I told you, for our this fundamental section, I will use our this theme. Okay, so literally we'll actually make the things dynamic. So right now, first of all, if you want to working with this static one of the file, then first of all, like for this theme, they have some of the images, they have some of the CSS, they have some of the JSS, right? So that's all that our static data. So now I want to actually add this static data. So how can do that work? For doing this in Django, you have to apply some of the condition. If you go to that Django official website, okay, if you go to that Django official website, so that is our djangoproject.com. So now simply open it, and if you go to that documentation, and into the documentation area, if you search with the managing static files, so if you search with this, and then here you can see there is actually the managing files and there is a managing static files. So now I want to actually add that managing static files. As I told you, there is the images, JavaScript and the CSS, right? So now I just simply open it. So if you want to apply this static file, then they have some of the things you have to update. That also is giving some of the instruction on here. So now we have to actually flow this instruction. Like that is our static URL. So here we have to update that static URL, and also in our manage, that is actually our manage file. Here we have to also update our static files directory. So step by step we have to update it. So for doing this, first of all, right now we don't need this. I just simply remove everything from here. Okay, then it shall be actually clean. So now into the template area, that is our that is actually main portfolio. Into the portfolio, if you go to that settings, into the settings here, they have by default one of the static file. You can see that is actually our static URL as a static. Okay, that means that is actually our static URL. So now first of all, if you want to do like here, I want to apply some of the CSS file. So now for this page, I want to apply some of the specific CSS file. Okay, so how can actually load this CSS file? I'll show you. For doing this, that is our static URL, that is static. So for the reasons, first of all, I have to actually create one of the folder in our main portfolio. Into the main portfolio area, I just simply create one of the new folder and I just name it as a static. Okay, so now I just simply created one of the folder as a static, and into the static folder area, I want to create one of the file and I just name it as a style. Okay, style.css. So that will be our style.css. That will be our file. Okay, so here I want to do, first of all, I want to add some of the body background. So I just simply added that body. So into the body area, I just simply added one of the background color. Okay, background color, and into the background color, now I want to use one of the green. Okay, I just simply added one of the green color. So now we have to add our this style. So we have to add this style in our main page. That means that is our main page. I have already declared in our layouts, right? So into the layouts area, you can see I already added our CDN, that is the bootstrap CDN, CSS, and that is also the JSS file. So here I want to actually also add it. That means that is our link style sheet I want to add. So better I just copy it and here I paste it. So right now we don't need this. So I just simply remove everything, and also we don't need this. I just simply remove it also from here. Okay, I don't need this. I just simply remove it. So in particular that area, if you want to visible it, for that means that is a CSS. If you want to visible it, for doing this, first of all, you have to load. That means you have to load this static. Okay, so for now I just simply copy it. So now here okay, sorry, here I want to do into the top, I load our static. Make that sure you add it, and also after that I want to put some of the link. That means our this file static file link. So here if you want to put it with the double %, and here first of all that will be as a static folder, static, and into the static area. So here I have created one of the style.css. So I just simply added as a style.css. Okay, So that is our second step. So we successfully complete it. So now also after that we have to update our this structure directory, that means the static files directory. So now here we have to do, first of all, we have to actually add it. That means here, better I just simply copy total things from here. And now in our setting, into the setting, that means in our portfolio, that is our main setting. So that is our static URL. After this, okay, after this I just simply paste it. That will be our static files directory. So into the static files directory, I have created one of the folder as a static. So we have to also include it. So better, that will be actually this one. So for now I just simply copy it. Okay, so I also did that work for our this directory, that means the template. So it will be just like that same. So for the reasons here, I just simply copy it, and now I want to add our this static, our main directory, that means the static files directory, and here I just simply paste it. So it will be our name. So I have created that our file name as a static. Okay, that means our folder as a static. So I just simply added that as a static. And also here we have to add another things, like here that is our static files directory I have added, and also there is a deployed, and for the deployed all that file, that means when you actually deployed this project to the web server, for the reasons here better we have to also add one of the another one, that's the static route. Okay, that means the static route. Okay, so now we have to actually add it. Better I just simply copy it, and then after that here I just simply paste it. So that will be our static route. That means that's one for our deployed this project. So when we actually updated our project to the web server, then it will be our this static, all the route will be updated. So in particular that area I want to actually copy it, and here I just simply paste it. So I want to do when it will be deployed, then I want to add one of the static route, and into the static route area I want to add one of the file as an asset. Okay, so that is asset. That means I want to create one of the folder. It should be automatically created. It should be created one of the folder in particular that area as a asset, and into the asset area it should be saved all that your CSS, JSS, all that file. Okay, I show you. Don't worry, step by step everything will be more clear to you. So for doing this, better I just click as a save all, and for doing this you have to run one of the command. Now go to our link. So that is our server is running. Better I want to open our another terminal. So that is our Django, and after that is actually our project, right? So that is we have to change the directory. Rather than you can actually also open our this folder. Okay, you can open this folder, and into the open folder area you can actually, before that was actually our this Django. So you can actually select it with the portfolio, then automatically it will be selected as your portfolio. Okay, so I will do that things later. Right now I just simply change that directory as a portfolio. So now you can see there is a Django and then our portfolio. So now for run our this static route, that means static route, if you want to create that asset, then you have to run one of the command. You have to run as a Python. Okay, Python, and then with the manage_py. With the manage_py, then you have to run one of the collect static. So I just simply add it as a collect. Okay, collect static. So that is our collect static. Make that sure your spelling is correct. So that is a Python manage_py and the collect static. So now if you click as a enter, yes, you can see friend, now it's automatically created one of the folder as a asset. So that is the things I have already declared, and here you can see it's now showing as a 131 static file copied to our this asset area. Okay, so that means everything is now automatically get all that our, like right now I don't have any templates. I only have created one of the file as a static file as a style.css. right now you can see it's automatically deployed as a style.css, and that is for our admin. Okay, that is for our admin, and for the admin that is actually the CSS, some that is all the default one. So automatically is deployed everything, whatever the things we will now create on here, automatically it will be deployed all that file in our asset area. Okay, so for the reasons here I just simply deploy it with our Python and the manage_py and the collect static. Perfect. I hope it's very much clear to you friend. So right now I have already run our server, and also I save all that file, and here I have created here I have already linked one of the style.css, and also I put some of the background color, right? So now let's check this out. This CSS is perfectly working or not. So now if you go to our site, and here if you now click as a refresh, yes, you can see, friend, our background is now become changed, right? So that is actually our another div, for the reason is visible like that way. So here I have used some of the class, but you can see background is totally changed. So now if you want to change it again, like here I want to make the things as a green or red. Okay, I just make the things as a red, click as a save all, refresh it. Yes, it's now perfectly getted our all that CSS color, right? So for using this better, I want to make as a green better. Okay, so that will be as a green. And for use it, as I told you, into the layout area, first of all you have to load your this static, that means load static, and also I just put our link, that means our link style sheet. And here there is our static. With this static I just simply loaded our style.css. Right now, whatever the things we will put on here, now you can use all that CSS for your project. I hope it's very much clear to you, friends. So right now, if you click as a save all, I make the things as a green, click as a refresh. Now you can see it's not totally updated, and now it's green, right? So we successfully complete that part. So friend, in our next video, I want to apply our this theme. Okay, that means how can add some of the bootstrap template in Django. So for our this foundational section, as I told you, I want to use this theme. So how can apply this theme in our Django project area? In our next video, I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.